Would you like some proof that life's fundamentals and philosophies remain the same? It's just technology that changes? Stay tuned. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, and we inspire. And I was inspired because I happened upon a list of quotations from one Mark Twain, and what struck me the most about them is that I could see where they were apropos in his day, but also apropos today. So let's go over a few of these because these are outstanding and interesting. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer somebody else up. You know, we all get into a funk, a bad mood, a bad scenario. And one of the easiest ways to get yourself up and running and going again is to find somebody else that's in a funk and help them to get back to their normal. That works as a parent when you do that with your kids. When your kids are down, you get them up and running, and then you get that inner feeling of accomplishment, of gratification. Keep that in mind. It's a simple concept, but it really works. Here's a great one. Clothes make the man, because naked people have little or no influence on society. Out of all the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most. Action speaks louder than words, but not nearly as often. Think about the people in your orbit. Once again, people are divided up, 95% unsuccessful, 5% successful. The 95% crowd focuses on words. The 5% crowd focuses upon actions. Actions speak louder than words, but we don't see them often enough. We hear them too often. Keep away from people who try to belittle your ambitions. Small people always do that, but the really great make you feel that you too can become great. Think about that for a moment. That's really, really true. The people in my life that I've known that were the achievers not only had outstanding skill set and mindset for themselves, but they were able to make me feel like I could do something that was beyond my reach, beyond my grasp. My main mentor, Bob Anderson, would say, we need to do this, and it was like a tremendous amount of production that needed to be done in a short period of time. He would chunk it down, say, can you do this? Can you see 2 customers today? Can you make 2 sales today? He would break it down into its most smallest components and then say, you can do that. And then we go out and do it. Great people do that. They make you believe that you can accomplish a tremendous amount. And the small people, say, are the ones that are the critics. Remember, no statues have been made for critics. Do the things you fear most, and the death of fear is certain. You've got to go out and do things and get out of your comfort zone, things that you're afraid to do. You've got to take some risks. And once you do that, you get into the habit of getting out of your box and doing things that place you outside of your comfort zone. And if you want to achieve great things, you're not going to achieve them by being confined to that small area. You've got to get out there and put yourself out there and make it a habit. Try and do something out of your comfort zone each and every day and establish the habit. Establish the ability to see beyond the comfortable. Do the right thing. It will gratify some people and astonish the rest. That's a person that has character. There's one way to find out if a man is honest. Ask him. And if he says yes, you know he's crooked. I was gratified to be able to answer promptly, and I did. I said I didn't know. There are so many people out there that when asked a particular question will go into a monologue about how this works and that works and so on, and they're not experts, they don't know, but instead of saying I don't know, they go on and they make stuff up. That is a trait that I really find offensive. I don't like it. And I will say I don't know more often than virtually anybody that I do know. I don't know, that's something that just resonates with me. If you don't know something, just simply say, I don't know. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience, this is the ideal life. Having good friends, being able to expand your mind, and not being able to think about all the bad things that you've done, that's kind of a good way to live, according to Mark Twain. When you fish for love, bait with your heart, not with your brain. That's a lesson that I learned early in life and was not too successful with it, as my 2 divorces will attest. But the point is that when you're trying to work with someone, when you're trying to become involved with someone, always start with your heart, don't start with your brain. You can't depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. If you can't envision something great, then what your eyes see is merely something that is not worthy. You have to be able to see something better than it is in order to be an achiever. Does that make some sense? A banker is a fellow who lends you his umbrella when the sun is shining, but wants it back the minute it begins to rain. That's a cool one. I do not fear death. I had been dead for billions and billions of years before I was born, and had never suffered the slightest inconvenience from it. You know what? We all like to think of ourselves as being super important, but the point is, life existed before we got here, life will exist after we got here, so don't take yourself all that seriously all the time. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Be authentic. Be sincere. Speak the truth. Don't try and make things much better than they are or much worse than they are. When you focus on the truth, then when someone asks you a question about something, you don't have to think about what did I say here, what did I say there. It's real easy to be sincere and authentic when you speak the truth. And part of the truth that we're going to speak with you today is that we never end a meeting on a philosophical note, so let's all get out there and charge! I'm Eli's dad.